place to eat, huh?
How you
Probably
doing,
just...
man?
Okay, I think.
Yeah, me too. Shit's on the up. I hope. Although as soon as I say that, I begin to worry. I remember my dad used to always say, expect the worst. Then you can only be pleasantly surprised. He say that.
Hang on a sec, dude. Ah, let's just go to the burger place. Fuck it. It's right there.
He hit me.
He doesn't sound like a nice man.
Guy was a fucking fool. He got his, though. He tried to rip off some local dealers. I remember the night they killed him. There was a knock at the door.
This is
My
his
mom
dad?
cried, but I don't think she meant it. I hope she didn't. You know what I felt?
No.
I felt nothing. Nothing. Not happy. Not really the healthy option, eh, Nico? For real, I'm too hungry to care.
All right. My man Dwayne. Let's go.
I guess if we ain't dead in 24 hours, we lucky. Can you give me a ride home, man?
No problem. I'm gonna need a new car shortly, though.
Not happy, not sad, just nothing. My pop's dead and I didn't feel a damn thing. Shit's fucked up.
Yeah, it's kind of fucked up. Whoops. Damn it. Oh, there's my bus. Forgot about that. Do you want to ride in a bus, Dwayne? Let's do that. That'll be fun. I know I said I'd save this for when I needed it, but I'll never remember that it's even here. Whoa! Nico is super strong. Hop on express line to Dwayne's house. Yeah. I would be the worst bus driver.
Shit, Nico! Later, man. Good to hang with you.
Yeah. All right. Okay, now what? Should I even try to do another mission? I don't even know. I mean, there ain't nothing nearby. Derek, again. In Albany, which I know nothing about. Ray Bacino. I think maybe I'll just go home. Go home and call it a night. And leave Derek and Gerald and Ray for next time. So this was basically, like I said, it was just a hanging out session. We did one Derek mission, which fortunately I only had to do 2 times. It's just that it took forever to escape the cops. Excuse me. Back up, back up, back up. Excuse me, I'm late for my bus route. Excuse me, late for my bus route. Excuse me. Oh, yeah.
You are really annoying me now.
I think I'm passing my house.
Oh, man.
Yeah. I like it. Picking up? Nope. Nobody getting on at that bus stop. Out of the way, car. I need to park this bus.
What the hell? You fucking twit!
Typical, a new version come out. Now I've got to buy that too.
Okay. And I just casually step out. Ah, that's great. Okay. Does this apartment have a computer? I don't think it does. It does. We gotta check the computer. I was thinking of Playboy's. Playboy's doesn't have the computer. But apparently you can play pool at Playboy's, which is weird because I thought I tried and it didn't work. Hot amateur picks. Cominex online, buy Cominex, cheap Cominex online, Best Buy. Cominex, buy Cominex online, cheap Cominex, buy Cominex online, order cheap Cominex now. Buy cheap Cominex online, get Cominex here, your Mexican doctor. Cominex. What is this? Is this going to be just like the weight loss thing? Prescription drugs without the prescription. Controlled substances without the controls. Dr. Baldomero Rodriguez Garcia. Long-term healthcare can put a tremendous strain on finances, especially for the elderly. Wait, I gotta work on my Mexican accent. Especially for the elderly, who spend their glory years shitting themselves and absent-mindedly walking into traffic. I cannot recommend your MexicanDoctor.com highly enough. You won't find quality drugs on the internet for lower prices. And I'm a doctor, so you can trust me. Bienvenidos. An additional 10% reduction for senior citizens. Are you being shafted by your retirement plan? Perhaps, maybe you have no medical insurance? Or are you simply tired of doctor shopping to fill your addiction to prescription drugs? America is the land of opportunity. That is, until you get sick. And then you are never more than one chronic illness away from bankruptcy. Why fritter away your life savings on overpriced, quality-controlled medication when you can buy foreign-made versions of US-approved drugs online for a fraction of the cost? Pay up to 99% less than you would in the United States on www.yourmexicandoctor.com. No hay nada más simple. All medicino is shipped out in official-looking containers, and we are very flexible with the definition of personal consumption. What have you got to lose? Actually, don't answer that. It might be your hearing from spending years obliterated on muscle relaxants. Check out these incredible bargains from south of the border instead. Blissican. Everything's starting to sag. Incontinence and impotence are just around the corner. Nobody listens to you. You hate your job. You haven't had sex in years, and it finally dawns on you that you're never going to be rich and famous. It's bleak. Don't let your midlife crisis drag you down. Don't ruin yourself by quitting your job to run a youth camp in Guatemala. And whatever you do, don't get a nose stud. You will look like a prick. Blissican is the new wonder pill for the over 40s set that is guaranteed to keep you away from the edge of the abyss. It's cheaper than leather pants, plastic surgery, strip clubs, a convertible, or a divorce. 36-hour Mollies. Her legs are, oh my god, her legs are open, the condom is on. It's the moment you've been waiting for all your life. You're about to become a man, but Mr. Floppy just won't play ball. Erectile dysfunction can start early, just when you depend on your penis the most. That's why there's Mollus. Mollus removes the anxiety that can often accompany your first special time, and assuages the self-loathing that you feel when you sober up. Don't let your penis let you down in the heat of the moment. Guarantee a rock-hard performance with Mollus. Recommended by substitute high school teachers everywhere. Parents, if you're letting your kids watch this Let's Play, I highly recommend you reconsider. Debonair. Generic cigarettes that don't taste generic. At this price, you can't afford not to smoke. You might find that these cigarettes taste a little different from your normal Debonairs, and that the name is misspelled on some of the packaging. Hernando won't work in this town again. This is all in your head. After a few packs, we promise that it will start to feel less like you are sucking on a tractor exhaust. Federate. Stay alert and on edge 24/7 with Ampheterate. Side effects include chain smoking, verbal diarrhea, and post-nasal drip that tastes like battery acid. Masturbate like a frenzied chimp with no results and bite your nails until your fingers bleed. Work an extra shift tomorrow with Ampheterate. Strippers swear by it. Sleep and the ability to ejaculate are overrated. This is real energy. Boobox. You've heard of injecting botulism so that you can lock your eyebrows and speak like a bad ventriloquist for a few weeks. Well, have you ever thought of injecting the bubonic plague? Bubox is the new cosmetic treatment that is taking Vinewood by storm. Shoot a dose of Bubox into your cheek, and soon all your droops and wrinkles will be miraculously replaced with blistered black patches and scaly blotches. Nobody will be able to pinpoint your age, at least for the 12 to 24 hours that you will be alive. Don't grow old gracefully. Pay thousands of dollars to fill your face full of lethal toxins instead. The black pill, which the photo won't load. Are you stuck in a rut? Do you feel overwhelmed and undervalued? Nothing recharges the batteries and gets your life back on track like a blackout. Take a break from yourself for a few weeks with the black pill. You won't know what you did, but you will spend a lifetime piecing it back together. 1 minute, you're sitting at your desk, surfing porn and wondering what happened to all your hopes and dreams. The next, it's 10 days later and you're fighting naked with wild dogs on a beach in Venezuela. Live the adventure. Get into the black. Giggle cream, because dessert should be funny. Giggle cream was all the rage in the 1980s, but now it's banned in the USA following a spate of lethal accidents. Well, don't let the FDA legislate your fun. We have a stockpile of Giggle cream that we are very eager to get off the premises as soon as possible. One stray cigarette in Tijuana could be razed to the ground. Propel yourself into the laughter zone with whipped cream and nitrous oxide. Get high and eat munchies at the same time with Giggle cream. Soothe. Soothe's special formula of codeine, morphine, and alcohol will make you forget all your cough and cold symptoms. It would also make you forget who you are and where you've been. Side effects include having sex with strange men and chasing birds, slur your words for a couple of hours, and then sleep for 2 days. Grin. Raising a family in the suburbs is tough, especially if you are a convicted sex offender. With the stresses of modern society, it can be difficult to maintain a loving, exploratory, sexual relationship with your partner while countering the temptations to kill your own children. Grin is scientifically formulated to help cure the anxiety, depression, and lack of self-confidence that comes with living a new life in the suburbs. It's safe and non-addictive. After all, what could be habit forming about a pill that makes you feel better all the time? Liperjects. We've read Liperjects. Aladdin. One of the best-selling painkillers on the market today, Aladdin has proven to be phenomenally successful in rural America. Excuse me. Shazam! The time-release outer coating is easily removed, and Aladdin's can be eaten, snorted, or injected into the neck. This has a street value of around $300. Jesus Christ. Hingmyralgan. Is that a pun that I'm not getting? Kick your nervous system into gear with Hingmyralgan. Hingmyralgan takes your pain away in seconds and makes even the shittiest TV shows seem like the best thing you've ever watched. Chug a couple of beers and you'll be more drunk than the bride's mother at a shotgun wedding. H4PP1. Happy. Think happy thoughts. Happy works by taking away the ability to think or feel. Float through your day on a cloud of numbed citrus. Scrape yourself off the bottom of the barrel and rearrange your body chemistry forever with H4PP1. I keep spelling it out instead of saying it. Warning, if you ever stop taking it, you will kill yourself. Silencers. Stop the voices. From sad to happy in one blackout. Get all the effects of sniffing gasoline without the stigma. Common side effects include uncontrollable sweating and spontaneous orgasms while yawning. What? Wear thick underwear and avoid the elevator. Ew. Alright. Oh, we need to take Kate on a date. It's been a while. News. Alchemy to Algonquin crossings open at last. LC awaits tacky invasion. It's been a long time coming, but finally the Hickey Bridge and Booth Tunnel that link Alderney to Liberty City have reopened, meaning lots of angry soccer moms with fake tans can get into the city to max out their credit cards and complain about traffic they've caused while paying less taxes across the river. Great. We at the Liberty Tree could not wait for the big-haired invasion. Eris CEO Pete Vassell in steroid shock. The celebrity enters rehab. Keep Fit fanatic and chief executive and founder of Eris Sportswear, Pete Vassell, has been checked into rehab after admitting a chronic addiction to steroids. Mr. Vassell, the man famed as having the best abs of anyone running a boss sack company. Excuse me, guys, my eyes keep watering ever since I laughed about that stupid cab ride. Attributed his fitness to a punishing exercise regime. Now it emerges that Mr. Vassell was also a serious juicer, consuming a wide variety of steroids and doping products, including the deadly bull shark testosterone. That's what Brucey's using. A form of the male hormone so strong it induces terrifying rages and mood swings in all who take it. Mr. Vassal had only recently spoken out against performance-enhancing drugs in sport. Now several employees are revealing that such doping products should also be banned from the boardroom. Interns have complained of roid rages and terrifying outbreaks of acne. One former Eris employee told us Pete has become increasingly delusional and terrifyingly vain. As the drugs caused his testicles to shrink, he'd often use golf balls inside his cycling shorts so that he looked good in a spin class. We will stay with the story if it becomes interesting. Crossings open. Bank heist? Bank heist. More than $500,000 taken. A daring raid on a downtown branch of the Bank of Liberty has left one robber dead along with multiple police and civilian casualties. The suspect has been identified as Michael Keene, a convicted felon from Dukes. The four men wearing suits and balaclavas entered the branch and held the customers hostage while blowing the door to the vault with explosives. In the confusion, brave customer Eugene Reaper attempted to stop the robbery and was murdered in cold blood. 3 robbers left the bank on foot and fought their way through police before escaping on the subway. Authorities are questioning all known associates of Mr. Keene in an attempt to discover the identities of his accomplices. The Bank of Liberty estimates that in excess of $500,000 was stolen. Sweet. Chopper accident. Oh, yeah, I did this one too. Multi-millionaire Russian businessman Eduard Borodin died in a tragic helicopter accident just south of Algonquin earlier. After Borodin's attempts to purchase a section of Middle Park had been blocked by the mayor, he was flying around Liberty City in order to scout out the location. To build a mega mansion. He was looking in frickin' Algonquin? Good luck, dude. Disaster struck and the helicopter plunged into the water. Many witnesses on the shoreline reported seeing a mysterious second helicopter apparently firing at Mr. Borodin's. Tourist Molly Jenkins of San Fierro stated that she saw these flashes of light like missiles come out of the other helicopter. Then the one in the front just burst into flames. Investigators for the FIB assure the public there is no need to be alarmed. Any witnesses who think they may have seen a second helicopter are just confused. Interesting. Oh, that's because I did that for UL paper, which means that it was the feds that were behind it. So they're covering it up. It was merely an effect caused by light reflecting off the water. These flashes of light are just a figment of their imagination. People are understandably nervous due to the raised terror threat. The Russian consulate has accepted the FIB's ruling that the crash was an accident. Ooh, that's lucky. No further inquiries will be made. Mr. Borodin had been in town to discuss buying the Liberty City. Excuse me. Liberty City Cox. Is that the baseball team? I think. Jefferson visit. Jefferson going to come to town to address gang crime. Bobby Jefferson is to visit Liberty City as a part of a federal crackdown on organized crime. Organized crime in Liberty City is rampant. I was wanting to see if I could click on the byline, but I can't. Rampant once more. Dead bodies are washing up on the shores of the Humboldt River almost hourly. Who is to blame for this crime wave? Along with the mafia and biker gangs, law enforcement are suggesting criminal gangs comprised of Russian and Eastern European immigrants are causing havoc in the otherwise law-abiding Hove Beach communities where they reside. Former Secretary of Security Enforcement, Bobby Jefferson, is coming. That must be like Secretary of Defense, Department of Justice, some kind of analog. Is coming to Liberty City from the nation's capital in order to give an address on the topic. Mr. Jefferson commented, while the mafia has been it's gotta be Department of Justice. Mafia has been a constant parasite in the earnings of honest city workers. They are a known entity. We don't know how far this new breed of criminal will be willing to go in order to make a buck. Police are going to have to move quickly, or this problem will get completely out of control. Liberty City, you have been warned. Street racing. Street racing no longer just for streets. Danger in the skies above Liberty City. Chaos and danger in the skies and waterways is not as the idle rich look for dangerous new kicks. That's right. Not content to race. Chaos and danger in the skies and waterways as the idle rich look for dangerous new kicks. Okay, I was waiting for a verb there and I didn't see it. So I was like, what? Oh, I see. As the rich. Okay. That's right. Not content to race sports cars and motorbikes, sociopathic young men are now also racing helicopters and powerboats around the city. It's a craze that is certain to end in death, but for some adrenaline junkies, the appeal is worth the risk. Police have made several arrests for illegal racing of such high-powered equipment recently. With bonuses for hedge funders at an all-time high, police are terrified this deadly new craze will gain cachet with the newly idle, newly rich. New razor. A cut above, the silence behind the razor that pushed shaving to the limit. The 9 blades of glory may be helping astronauts not look like hobos in space. The Excelsior Extreme 9, a breakthrough in science and technology, is the product of years of research by America's leading scientists to get the closest shave possible. And now, as part of an educational mission, the #1 cartoon in the nation, Republican Space Rangers, okay, will have their own specially branded Excelsior Extreme 9 razors. Razors with the faces of Butch, the Commander, and Dick are flying off the shelves in toy stores. Kids are encouraged to shave every part of their body, as facial and body hair make you look like a pervert or a hobo. Bohem violence. Did this one too. Sex and death in Bohem. Shootout in a strip club. When customers arrived at the Triangle Strip Club in Bohem, they were hoping to see some flesh, but not this much. After a violent shootout, many bodies, chunks of meat, and viscera were strewn around this gaudy exotic dance venue. Amongst the dead were the brothers who ran the club, Javier, Jesus, and Jose Tronches. The 3 were known associates of criminals, including the recently released crack kingpin Dwayne Forge. Police say the shootout was not the result of a drug deal gone bad, but rather a dissatisfied customer. The killer is said to be a male with a European accent. That's me. Other strip clubs, such as the known mob hangout Honkers in Alderney, increase your security. I did not see a strip club on the map. Killer baby. Prenatal playboy and wife sought by police. Weirdest crime in LC history. Police are searching for Joshua Hampton and his newly married wife and former mother after officials say the 2 posted bail and fled town. The infant was charged with murdering his father in order to marry his mother. Good grief. Claiming to be a Jungian, Hampton denied the charges. Police investigator Charles Wikanowski issued this statement. I think we have all felt strong sexual desires for our mother or father, consider the parent of the same gender as an adversary. But while it is fine to sleep with any relative, it's just not acceptable for a child to murder his father and marry his mother, no matter what the Greeks say. Okay. Is there news on the no-name killer? Serial killer leaves note but no clues. Police remain baffled. Police are baffled as the killer without a nickname strikes again. That's right, another body has been found, this time with a handwritten note. The city is in panic, but still the police have no clues or leads as to who is beheading joggers and walkers, leaving their bodies in the bushes all over town. This time it was a young dance instructor from Broker who had his head removed, but police are struggling to see a pattern or get any traction on the case. Detective John Atkinson, who is covering the case, said, to be honest, it's down to underfunding. Unless the police force are given better overtime and better pensions, there's no way this guy can be caught. But I want everyone to know I will be writing a book about this case, and anyone trying to beat me to market will be sued if they mention my name. It's a tragedy. When asked about how he would respond to the ongoing naming crisis that bedevils this case, he said, it's awful. These people have died in vain and my marketing campaign is in tatters. Serial killer twist? I think I've read this one before. Yeah, because they still can't come up with a name. Goldberg murder, read that one. Libertonian Museum, read that one. LC Nightlife. Tony Prince asks for nighttime leniency. Club owner bemoans loss of LC Nightlife. Nightclub impresario Tony Prince, the man behind fabled night spots of yesteryear such as Peacock, Platonic Fury, Cox, and currently owner of Hercules, spoke out yesterday against the LCPD and their overzealous policing of nightclubs. The idea that somehow clubs lead to social decline is simply not true. Liberty City should be the world leader in nocturnal entertainment, and it no longer is because the police keep stopping us from doing any business. First it was underage drinking, then it was drugs, then dancing licenses, now it's smoking, sex, poor music, too many ice cubes in the drinks, you name it, they try to regulate it. This city used to be great. There was a time when people could party themselves half to death any night of the week, and tourists actually wanted to visit Liberty City so they could OD in the capital of the world. Now, thanks to the thought police, people would rather go somewhere it is not illegal to have fun. They're trying to turn this place into a suburb. I cannot stand it. Mr. Prince, known in nightlife circles as Gay Tony, once spent 3 months in prison for tax evasion and has been to rehab 6 times. He has consistently denied links to organized crime in his clubs, or that he socializes with known mobsters. Strike deaths? Clone medication? Mob trial? Dogmeat has his day in court, making a meal of justice. Vito Dogmeat Minotti stood in front of a judge at the Civic Citadel today in order to give evidence against his fellow mobsters. Minotti, having admitted to a series of murders here in Liberty City in the early 90s, has accepted a plea deal from the DA. This will allow him to gain a new identity in the witness relocation program in some horrible town in a desert state, providing his testimony leads to the conviction of his criminal cohorts. It's Henry Hill right here. Mr. Minotti, a longtime senior-ranking member of the Pavano crime family, gained his moniker from his ownership of a dog food processing plant. Minotti now admits that this gruesome plant was a good means of laundering money and disposing of the unfortunate victims of his mob hits. Minotti is just one of a number of mobsters who have recently turned on their fellow criminals in exchange for lenient sentencing. While some applaud the efforts of the FIB, others think that the convictions are futile. Ex-Secretary of Security Enforcement Bobby Jefferson had this to say: "There's always going to be organized crime. The mob in Liberty City is being weakened, but it's just opening up room for new gangsters coming to town. The Alderney-based mobsters are trying to take control of Liberty City rackets, and gangsters are coming in from Eastern Europe. These guys are even worse than the likes of Vito Dogmeat. There's a lot of money in Liberty City, and officials willing to be bought off, so there will always be crooks here trying to take advantage of the situation. It's unfortunately the dark side of human nature." What the hell's clone medication? Shipment. Oh, clone med erection. Shocker. Shipment intercepted at docks. Another shipment of clone medication was intercepted at the docks today. The haul included counterfeit drugs used to treat depression and erectile dysfunction. Oh, this is the Mexican doctor guy. Spokesman for Beta Pharmaceuticals, producer of the erectile dysfunction treatment drug Mollus, has warned of the harmful effects of clone medication. Not only do these actions undermine the economy, but they can be very dangerous. We spend years putting our drugs through clinical trials and giving lab monkeys exploding erections. These guys brew something up in their basement and illegally ship it into the marketplace. Last year, a man in Las Venturas took some clone mollies and accidentally killed his wife when the toxic brew caused him to experience 18 days of priapism. Strike deaths. Ah, this is an old one. Death and deconstruction at the construction site. Death and destruction. Several union workers dead. Several members of the local Liberty City Union for Construction Workers were massacred on a building site today. The site had been shut down because of disagreements with the property developer, Yusuf Amir, that resulted in a strike. No one is sure what caused the altercation, but the union, which was long alleged to have links to organized crime, seems to have had several heavily armed delegates at the site. Yep, that's me too. Following the massive rise in shootings recently in Eastern Broker... No, that was the cab police. Police warned of a new danger lurking for residents: arson. 2 buildings, including a taxi garage, were recently gutted by fire. Although 2 men were seen starting the fire with Molotov cocktails, no arrests have been made. We will stay with this story if we can find something interesting to say. In the meantime, be very suspicious of anyone buying vodka, matches, and a gas-soaked rag, but try not to panic. Local police were appealing for calm, and also lots of snitches and widespread anxiety. That's great. Okay. Swingers strike. Drug-addled millionaire heroes threaten strike. They've got the bats, and they got the balls. The Swingers have announced to baseball officials that they will officially strike if the Swingers is this baseball team. What's the Cox then? Officially strike if the city refuses to come to the bargaining table regarding the building of a new stadium. That's not how a strike works. The team is owned by a group of owners, usually a group. Sometimes it's one owner. And the owner is the one that's trying to negotiate for the new stadium. Usually if there's a strike, it's because the players' union, the entire league's players' union, wants more money from the owners, not a stadium from the city. Designs call for a radical vision of all luxury boxes and no open seats. Sponsorships and corporate boxes are the most important thing in baseball. Currently, we aren't able to serve our real fans. And by real fans, I mean the ones who are able to support the team with $50,000 luxury boxes. Makes a player feel good to know that fans are comfortable in air-conditioned luxury boxes, knocking back 12 or 18 beers, shoving nachos in their faces, and making passes at each other's wives. To team manager Henry Thornstein. Alright, I could do that all day. Right, I still don't know how to get out of this thing except pressing that 100 times. Whew! Boy, you get sucked into the internet in this game just like in real life. F. save the game. Well, thank you very much, everyone, for watching. We'll see if the phone rings here in just a minute. I think we hung out with pretty much everybody I'd like to hang out with. Little Jacob's probably due. But we'll get to him next time, maybe. And we got some McCreary Brother missions to do. Telephone? Call me, Colleen.
Why don't you take me out somewhere nice?
Sure, fuck it. Let's
Okay,
take Carmen on
I'll
a
come
date.
and get you from your place at some point in the next 60 minutes.
I'll get ready.
Okay, I don't know if that's going to carry over when I load the game next time, because I'm not saving it again. If it does, great. We'll do the date. If not, whatever. Till next time, everyone, take care, and I will see you around. Oh, for fuck's sake. Okay, we're going on 2 dates now. Hi, Kate.
Nico, it's me, Kate. You free? Want to do something?
Sure, Kate. I'll be there in an hour.
Great. See you soon.
This is turning into like a romantic comedy movie. I got 2 dates, and I have to I'll take them to the same restaurant, and I'll keep moving from table to table. Like, sorry, I have to go to the bathroom. Run over to the other table. No, we'll if it comes up next time, we'll go on a date with Kate, not Carmen. We'll see. All right, thanks again, everybody, for watching. Take care, and I'll see you around.